everyone, it's Alex from Risk Academy, and today I wanted to talk about how can risk managers make real money for their companies. Now this is a very important question in my mind, because I feel that, and I have written an article about that and you can read it over here. I feel it is something that's the modern day risk managers in non-financial services are missing big time. Risk management started as a money-making tool for people in gambling, for people in maritime insurance, for banks and investment companies. And for some bizarre reason, when it moved into the sort of the real sectors of the economy, into non-for-profit, into government-based sectors, people forgot about the money-making aspect of it and started focusing on purely compliance, recording, and risk mitigation aspects of it. Now, of course, there is a very evident non-direct link to money-making. By better managing risk, the likelihood or the probability of achieving organizational objectives is increased. But I don't think that's good enough. I think there could be a very direct, immediate effect of good risk management. And there are a few examples, and I will try in future videos to cover other examples, but for now I wanted to start with three super simple ones. And this is something that I personally believe every single risk manager must do. This is something you just 100% should focus on. So the three types of organizations that can give very real savings and money to your company if you show them good risk management. The three types of organizations are banks, insurance companies, and investors. And this is a must-have for any type of non-financial risk management organization. For the banks, it is absolutely critical when raising funds or when refinancing to explicitly show to the potential bankers, to potential future bankers, how the organization is managing risk. And it has to be well documented, well structured, and not only show the risks that the company understands and deals with, but also spend a lot of time focusing on the framework, on the culture of the organization. Explicitly explain to the banks how you have built a strong risk management culture, how risk management is integrated into core business activities, and demand better financing terms from the banks based on how effective risk management is. And then of course banks will have an annual audit or something of the sort of the organization, and you absolutely must get involved in those audits, showing every year, reinforcing the message that look, we're very professional about dealing with our risks. We have the whole framework in place. We have the risk committee, we have the risk champions, we have evidence of integration risk analysis into every core business activities and decisions. So that's number one. By showing not only the risks, but how risks are systematically managed, how the culture is developed within the organization, you can show very real dollar sign savings on the cost of financing. Same story with insurance. That's number two. When you renegotiate insurance or look for a new insurance program, show the insurance company or even the reinsurance company, show how well risks are managed. Same story, focus on the culture, on the integration of risk analysis into decision making and business processes, and demand from them better insurance premiums, better terms, because you are very professional about dealing with risks. And same goes with the third one, investors. In the annual report, in the prospectus, we have been for years quite good about showing what the risks are and how we're dealing with them. Understandable that it's not always, it's never actually the full picture, because some of the risks are very commercially sensitive. But we have been over the years showing risks quite well. Now in US, for example, there's a 10K report for all listed companies. They show extensive amount of risks associated with that company. In Russia, companies have been for years showing risks as well. But what I like about disclosure for the investors is the Australian approach, and I think this is great. Australian Stock Exchange back in 2009 realized that they were not happy with the quality of risk disclosure in the annual reports. So they've actually invested some money into educating board members and executives on how to disclose risk, and I really like their approach. I was quite fortunate to be part of that process at the time. I really liked their approach because they said disclosing risks is nice, but you should spend much more time on disclosing the actual frameworks and culture and the structure, organizational structure and roles and responsibilities, and the overall commitment of senior managers to managing risk in the annual report as well. So all your disclosure should really break down into two aspects: what the risks are and what sort of organizational structures and culture you have in place to make sure those risks are managed, as well as any other risks that may come up on the horizon. So I think there are at least three easy ways, by just being proud of the work that you risk managers do and showing it to everyone outside of the organization. By showing that, there are three very easy ways of making very real savings. Those savings could account to twice, 5 times, 10 times what the risk manager earns in salary. And this is a very good justification for showing the value of managing risks systematically, doing it structured, and integrating risk thinking into the overall culture of the organization. So I'm really looking forward to your comments underneath this video. If you do want more videos like that, do sign up for Risk Academy channel on YouTube. For now, thank you and goodbye.